still connecting. You can probably check. Oh,
There
there
it
it says
goes.
we're live on YouTube too. Hooray! So, well, hello everyone. Welcome to a let's say it's going to be interesting lunch with Natalie instead of Chris. Sam and Chris are in a trade show this week, an online trade show. So they're going to come back with all sorts of fun new products to show and new things that were coming down the line. So that's exciting. So today you have me and Lillian. Hooray!
Hooray.
And she's going to be my little helper here, so that I'm not talking to the walls like a crazy person. So welcome if you're watching. And I don't know if we have any eyeballs on us, do we? Maybe
Not on YouTube yet.
not on YouTube yet. Let's take a peek. Sorry, I'm just going to lean right forward. I think it's showing me all. Oh, I'm pushing the wrong button. I have to push on this thing. There we go. Okay, good. It is on all. Okay, perfect. I don't know why I was pushing on this little guy. But anyway, so what we're going to do today is last night, Chris sent me a little reel. And our reels have been, between Sam and I guess now Chris too, all of our reels have been really cute Valentine banners to make with bows. And a lot of them, they've been out of ribbon. Well, this one was out of paper. And so we're like, well, that's really fun. And so I said, well, I could do a lunch with Natalie tomorrow. So here we are. These are some little bows. So the way that I'm going to show you obviously how they did it. And I'm going to show you, give you a couple little tips. If you've seen the reel, you know, she didn't use square paper. She had to like line up anyway, you know, but you guys are paper crafters. So you know how to get square paper and all of those things because you have a paper trimmer and life is good. So anyway, the first one that I did was an 8x8 because I just used a piece of scratch paper and it worked just fine. I had even thought about doing a 12x12 because I thought that that would be fun. But then the good idea came like, well, if I'm making a banner, I'm probably going to want to use a 6x6 because then I can get 4 bows out of one 12x12 sheet of paper. So that's what we settled on is a 6x6. So pretty cute, right? All right, so I'm going to show you how I made it. First thing that you need is a square piece of paper. And this one is, like I said, is 6x6. Super simple, super cute. And the other things that you're going to need some score tape. The gal that did the reel that we saw, they used hot glue. I just felt like that's a little much. First of all, I don't want to burn myself. Second, you do want a really strong adhesive. So, but if I was going to use I wouldn't use a liquid adhesive because, the garbage. I wouldn't use a liquid adhesive only because I don't want to have to sit there and hold this for that long. So that's why I chose score tape. And it works just fine. Whatever you're comfortable with, go ahead and use. And then I also, on these guys, I didn't use a bone folder, and I don't love how some of the folds are, and so I just kind of, I thought, well, I'm going to use a bone folder just to get it a little bit more sleek and cut. And I even tried something a little different with this, and I'll explain that to you in a second. So first thing that she did is she took her 6x6 piece of paper, or well, this is what we're doing. We're doing a 6x6 piece of paper. Now, I will tell you that I am using a 65-pound paper. This one I did with 80-pound, and it was a little bit more tough to get it going. Maybe it's 100-pound. It kind of feels like 100. So a little bit lighter paper works a little bit better, and you can absolutely do this with pattern paper. I just don't want to worry about directions, like the direction of the pattern. So I do love a shortcut. It makes my life a little easier. So we're just going to fold this corner to corner. I'm going to make sure it lines up. And then I'm just going to use my bone folder to make it nice and straight. I do love a bone folder. I used to be team bone folders are stupid, and I don't know why. Because they really do make it. Look at how nice that line is.
It's so nice and clean.
It is so nice and clean, whereas my other ones weren't that. I mean, you are going to cut these, so you're not going to really see all the bits. But anyway, I just think it's so nice to have it. So there we go. It kind of reminds me of, do you remember cootie catchers in school? It kind of reminds me. That's how you get started with this. So we have our paper that we have folded corner to corner. Hi, Julie. I'm so glad to have somebody watching me. Thank you. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to cut each one of these in. And we're not going to cut all the way to the center of our paper. We're just going to cut till about right here. About an inch. we'll say. It doesn't matter a ton. I've noticed this is now my fourth one of these guys that I'm making, and I haven't had it be an issue. I just know that you don't want to cut all the way to the center because that's just not going to work out for you, and you'll see why here in a second. And I'm going to make a couple of these here on live so that you can see how it works. So about an inch, and I'm not measuring it. If you're someone that wants to be super accurate and measure it, you go right ahead. It's totally up to you. So then for the center of the bow like this, the first thing that you do is you just kind of go straight from here where you stopped and just go straight up. And then we do the same thing over here on this side, and this is going to be the center of your bow. Your little wraparound cuteness. Hi, Valerie. Good to see you. So that's our center of our bow. And then over here, these are going to be our tails for our bow. And you can go over as far as you want, make it as thick as you want. And then we just kind of, you kind of eyeball it. I had to go back and forth. And you really can be very accurate about this if that's you. That's not quite me. I like to, as my husband puts it, I'm like, I'll wing it. So that's what I did. And we're winging it. Now, the next thing that I did, so in the tutorial I watched, she went and cut like just a little, I don't know what to call it. It's kind of a little arch, but not really, just a little bit. And then it gives you this little separation. If you don't do the arch, you get a lot more of a point at the end. I kind of like it both ways. So I am going to cut just a little bit of the, I did more on these ones than I did. I'm just going to cut a little bit off. You don't have to cut very much, but you're just kind of going a little bit up and then you're coming back down the other side, like a little bow, like a rainbow. We are making a bow. Double meaning of bow, I guess. No, it all means the same. It's the bend. So this is kind of the little bow that you're making. And again, you can be very accurate on this and make sure that you have, like, you could even make yourself a little template if you're wanting your bows to be super symmetrical and all of that, but that's not how I'm rolling today. All right, so this is textured cardstock. If you're using just smooth cardstock, as you can see with this one, it sure does make it easy to not worry about it, but textured's what I had a lot of, so that's what I'm going with. So then I'm gonna start folding this way. And I am just going to line it up to the point in the center back here. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can come up closer. I'm just going to line it right up there. And I'm just getting it started, kind of like a little preview. What's the word I want? It's like priming, just priming it to get ready. And then I'm going to take my tape, gotta find my end here. And I just take a couple of strips of it, put it right there. And this is going to be covered up by our center of our bow, so don't worry about there being a little bit hanging out there. And I do tuck it in a little bit too if needed. If you can see it, you'll be fine. But really, if you just make sure that your tape doesn't go beyond this line, this little imaginary line that comes down from your center, it's definitely going to be covered, okay? So, oh, Lillian's my little assistant here today. Say hello, Lillian.
Hello.
She has my little trash ready to go. Sometimes I like to have a clean workspace. We're not doing too bad here. So then I just kind of pointed down, score tape is very, very strong. You can give it a little burnish to make sure. I didn't do that with these, and they're holding up just fine. But yeah, it's a good idea, especially if we're going to make a little banner out of these guys. We don't want them to be popping open once we've got them hung up in the air. I don't know if you've noticed lately in the store, we have had no shortage of goodies hanging from the ceiling. It has been pretty funny. Okay, so I'm not going to wrap this around yet because we need to take care of our strings. Now, the strings or tails, whatever we want to call them. That's all you have to do there is just bend it right back. and then they show up on the other side. Then you take this little guy, fold them over, and then we just need to cut a tiny touch off of the end here. Hi, Sonia. And Peggy too. I think I saw Peggy there. Hi, Peggy. And then we just take this little guy and go over. And folks, that's it. Oh no, I need to glue these together. I'm sorry. Lost my dang mind. Forgot that I need to glue this little guy down. But it's so easy. How cute was that? So easy. And that's it. I'm like showing the screen. So goofy. That's it. Is that darling? And out of one piece of 12 by 12, we can make 4 of them. So I'm going to make another one just in case somebody comes in a little bit later. We can just show you how quick and easy this is. And Lillian, she's going to tell us a story. Yeah, she looked at me with fear in her eyes like, oh. What have we got going on in the store this week? We can talk about that while I just put this little guy together and kind of keep going, because this would have been probably the fastest live ever if we didn't.
We do have some super cute make and takes tomorrow.
We do have make and takes tomorrow. So we have had lots of new people come into the store in the past few weeks. And so if you are watching for the first time, hello and welcome. We will just give you a little quick rundown about how the make and takes work on Thursdays. You do need to bring a basic kit, so any adhesives that you want to use, as well as like a pair of scissors, maybe a craft mat to work on. But we typically what you do is you come between 11 and 1 o'clock. We have kits for sale. They are typically $5 each, but our special happy hour pricing during our make and takes is 2 for $7. And it is a cash event, so you do need to bring cash with you. And what else am I forgetting? It is, because it is first come, first serve, you don't have to sign up in advance. We do suggest you come earlier than later, but we try to keep, we make, how many kits do we make? 30?
29.
29. We make 29 kits each week so that you can, that's how many we have, and we don't let people buy more than one because we try to make it to where everybody gets a chance. I'm gonna have to go up like this on this one because I went a little haywire with it.
Have you tried doing a fishtail with the ends of the ribbon?
Oh my gosh, no, because it's already got the angle.
True.
It naturally has the angle. It's not a bad idea. All right, and then we're just gonna do our little bow here at the end.
Hi, Sam.
Samantha, hello. We got on here on time, didn't we? Maybe. No, I guess we're about 5 minutes late.
5 minutes late, but that made it to where it was only 10 minutes to make one bow.
Yeah. These are quick and they're so fun, and obviously I'm carrying on a conversation with you as I'm doing them, so it doesn't take a whole lot of concentration. So, yeah, totally simple. All right, so let's prime our little guys here, get them kind of going. And I don't know if you noticed, I am kind of curling it a little bit, just to make sure that I don't just get a bend, I get a curl. That's just me. It still looks really cute. I didn't do that with the other ones, and you really can't tell. So. Maker Mania 13 kits have arrived. I've started making phone calls. I am trying to get those shipped out hopefully today to those of you friends of ours who are watching from afar. I'm hoping to get those all of them shipped out today if I can. I've got to make some phone calls and make sure that I get orders all taken care of first for the add-ons, but there are lots of add-ons. Yep, Sam agrees with you. A fishtail would be so cute. We could try. Oh, I'll try on one of the ones I already made. That'll be easy. All right. So I'm going to put our little score tape right here. And honestly, I don't know that I need one in the middle. Yeah, we will. We'll put it in the middle. We're just lining it up right here with the center, our center of our bow, so that we won't have any tape showing through. And honestly, what about ½ inch score tape would have been a better idea, but I just grabbed what we had. I actually had a meeting today with one of our teachers, Leslie, and so that's why I was running just a touch late. I double booked myself today, unwittingly, and so but she and I were getting classes scheduled for February. She had one more class to bring me, so we got that taken care of. Our February calendar will be finished here fairly soon. So, I mean, how fun is this?
It's so fun.
And Sam,
and it's so stinking easy.
It is so easy, and you didn't need a special die. You didn't really need any special tools. You needed, I mean, you could do this without a bone folder very easily. I don't know that doing it without scissors would be your best day ever, but you know, I like to say, big fudge don't judge, if that's how you want to do. It might be kind of a fun, rippy effect. Oh, how fun would it be in like black at Halloween? Ooh. With a rippy kind of a decal-y, I don't know. We could have fun. So I taped the back. If you saw that little quick move I did just now, I taped my little tails to the back here. And then I'm just wrapping this little guy around. And I just need to, you can see that it has a little too much here on the end. And so that's why we just trim a little touch off the end. And again, this is just regular, this is canvas paper, but how great is it that it works out with the way this folds, that my canvas ends up being in my tails, in my little guys, and everything. How adorable, right? It kind of reminds me of Hello Kitty-ish, but not really. Like a Hello Kitty party. How cute would that be for a little girl birthday party? Or
that would be so adorable.
A baby shower, or, you know, and then we did talk about, Sam, Chris, and I were talking in our little, we have a little group chat, and we're like, well, how do you attach them? Well, we talked about it, and I think we said that the mini stapler would be a great way to attach it right there, because that's what it is that then that would make your little banner, and you can make as many as you want. But this size, you get 4 from one 12 by 12 piece of paper, so how awesome is that? Right?
Yeah.
All right, so here, we're going to try a fishtail on this little guy. So for a fishtail, we need to have blunt straight across. I'm better at cutting fishtails on
actual ribbon.
On actual ribbon because I can fold it in half and snip the end. But this one, I'm just gonna, we're kind of finding the center here. And then I'm just gonna go. This is me eyeballing it so you can see how I am not, I'm not terribly, what's the word I want? I'm not super worried about accuracy all the time because this is just for fun. We don't always have to do things with a specific purpose, right? We can just play with our paper and such. I'm trying to think of, I think that you can do this. I think if your paper is pliable enough, which is why I suggest not going for 80 or 100, you could put one of these, if you did a smaller one, you could put one of these on a card front. That would be super cute. Okay, so here's our little fish tape. Yes, Sam wasn't here to hear us talking about how it would be fun to use a pattern paper on this. Mm-hmm. So she's saying pattern paper could be fun too, like a tiny print. Yeah, a non-directional doodlebug tiny print would absolutely work. But look at that, that's so fun. I kind of like that the tails are longer this way.
Yeah, I agree. It looks better with the longer tails.
Yeah. But you always could just like tuck these up and make more tails. Nobody's gonna know. But this is a one-piece little project. So there we are. What do you think? Okay, I'll take that garbage. Clear the decks just a tiny touch. But how fun is that? Simple, quick, and just you could sit there and watch, I don't know, watch the basketball game or binge watch your show and make a whole bunch of these, and then you can attach them and make a little banner. How fun is that? So that's our live today, gals and guys and everything. We are here. We are, we made our fun little guy, and oh, Lillian's ready to go. She's ready to put up the sign and be done with me. So
no,
anyway, she's like moving on to the different things. So thank you for watching today. Fun, quick little tutorial. maybe if you look around in the store, well, if we get enough of these made, I don't know how much. But anyway, we're gonna see if we can make a few more of these. I need to work on Maker Mania today, but we might get more of these, and you might see them hanging in our store. Honestly, even if you didn't make a banner, I think these would be cute just hanging straight down, maybe with like circles. There's a bug coming at me. With little circles on a string. That would be adorable, just hanging from the ceiling. I mean, all the ideas are just flowing now. Even a bridal shower with like gold and pink it'd be so cute. Oh, I'm excited. I want to play more.
If it was with like gold and black, it would be nice for graduation or for New Year's.
Oh my goodness. Or even gold paper tends to be pretty thick, but you could do it because all of because since I showed with the canvas, it all stays on one side. When you cut it, all of the gold foil would be on one side too. So this could be really fun.
If you think about it, you could also use it on top of a birthday gift or
Christmas gift. Yeah, I was thinking when we first did this, I'm like, people are gonna be like, "You're late. Christmas just passed." But no, there's no end of needing a bow. They're so cute. So thank you all for watching today. We appreciate you taking time to have a little bit of a lunch break with us. We're going to go and have a little lunch break ourselves. Girl lunch, I think, is what's on the menu today. And we hope to see you all in the store soon, and have a great day.